roads are bad, we still don't have electricity. What is government doing? There's so much corruption in government. Yes, these are all factors that we must not let die.
Okay.
But I don't still believe that we must pick up arms to confront and start killing ourselves on the streets. No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, so the solution is sit at home. You've had that, people. Femi Kuti does not advocate violence or going to the governments and the people.
Yeah, I feel NLC, if NLC had maintained the sit-at-home status quo, the government, because government needs its people.
It needs its people, yeah.
And if the people refuse to work, there's no government. The government will just completely shut down, and the government will have to sit on the table. Now, what the government will now do is pick up all the leaders, but then the people must still maintain. No, if you don't release the leaders, we're not going to go out and work. And the country will shut down. But then the people, if the people sit at home, the people can still feed themselves because it is the people that farm, it is people that sell the tomatoes, the people can still go, your friend next door, you can walk to your friend,
yes.
But we are shutting down government.
Wow. Yeah, because we're more than them, but people don't realize. See, I was at the Jota when, I mean, one of the times when you were there, and for me, I thought the funny thing about this quote-unquote revolution was that we went on break. You know, there was a day that they said 2 days later. I said, who does sit at home and goes to break? You know, there was a day, there was a time.
Yes, they always do that.
I said, it's only in Nigeria that people have that Saturday. Then the next day there was a party. Yes. You know, everybody went for that party.
No, but you should remember that was why I was very skeptical about the Ojota thing, because I've been part of NLC, we have lived it all our lives. NLC will go to Abuja, 2-3 days, they have cancelled, somebody will go and take something, and they'll say they didn't get kicked back, blah, 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 blah. Well, let's leave that one for now. You know,
okay.
I was just going on Twitter.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember that story we were talking about?
Somebody said it.
They have now turned it to another thing.
Why? Why did you like that?
No, it's not. I'm not angry. I'm just trying to make you see that when you say something jokingly, and somebody writes about it, then they will take it out of proportion and they will make a big deal about that joke we were cracking.
Yes,
I was cracking. There was a lizard in my car.
Yes.
And we were cracking a joke that boya na wish.
Which
now
broke?
They have now said, blah, 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 I believe wish. No, we were just cracking a joke.
I know.
Somebody took their pen, wrote it. They put it on Twitter. It has now turned to a big deal.
Yeah.
You see, so we need to be very careful about making a big deal out of a little thing that, especially when
you are very influential.
Not influential, when we don't mean we are having fun that day.
I know.
It's now turning. So people are saying, Yoruba people they have now turned it even tribalistic. Yoruba people are cowards, blah 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 blah. You know, maybe he said that he's writing it doesn't mean. I'm just trying to show you that the world is changing so fast that
it's a global village.
If you don't
guard your statements.
Not even, you have to even be ready for whether you guard your statement or you don't guard your statement. So going into that, when you start to say violence, I can assure you that the whole of Africa, if Nigeria goes down, the whole of Africa will burn. And only God knows when this bloodshed will ever stop, if it will ever stop. You remember Sierra Leone? What happened during the Sierra Leone crisis? It got so out of hand that these people that were just rioting, instead to just cut, just because you are a beautiful woman, they were angry, just cut off your hand, cut off your leg, cut off men, children. Anarchy. It just was, before the world could stop that, the diamond sale in Sierra Leone, it was years and years, but see how many people got killed, and they still haven't resolved the crisis that they are well off. They're no better off than they were before. So I don't believe bloodshed will ever bring
a resolution
to any of our problems. We need to find how to stop this corruption. Now, when we even talk of government corruption, the mechanic is corrupt, our house help is corrupt, the petrol attendant is corrupt, many of us can corrupt. Let's be very honest with ourselves. Who is government? Are they from outer space? Is it not Nigerians amongst us?
I be government.
So when we understand as a people that we need to love one another, we need to care for our country, that we have no other country, we need to make sure this country works. Okay. That is not just government. We are government. I'm government. And if we all do our little bit to make government function, then we can even, when we have a corrupt leader, we will know how to get him out of there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Afrobeat king himself, Femi Kuti, telling you that the key to this thing is not violence. In case you have that figment in your mind that there's violence there, he's telling you that it's peaceful. He's telling you there's a way we can resolve these issues. He's telling you that, look, Nigerians, we're big nations. It's better for us to resolve this issue peacefully and with wisdom than to take up arms and guns and all that. We're having Femi Kuti on the 19th of October. I know celebrations now. You told us that you are this chief security officer.
They did find me that
with all your talent. And
they did make me director of finance.
because they don't know about the OTA, Babavi. They don't know about. So we're expecting you there. But then I need to ask something. I just watched a program, 2004.
Yes.
Truth Don't Die. Femi Kuti was much younger, slimmer, but still very intense there. And I've been listening to the album Shoki. You know, Truth Don't Die, the Bang Bang Bang, and I've been listening to some other albums. I see some more maturity, I see some more depth. It's not, but it seems now I've not had the new one.
I think that's my best work. So.
You think so, sir? Why would you say we're going to start playing it from once I get it? But why do you say your and can I have an opinion, sir? Can I have an opinion? I love Shoki.
Shoki.
I think
no, that was the changing point of my career.
I think Shoki
that definitely opened all the major doors for me.
Okay.
Technically, production wise. So this album is like Shoki ratio 10. We sat down, we took our time. Africa for Africa would have been as great as this album, but we recorded it in Nigeria. So
was that the one you did at Decca where Sony came in?
Yeah, my third Grammy nomination.
Wow.
You see, so for it to even be nominated means they saw the potential for it to be nominated. And I think it just needed a little bit of water and some
garnishing,
which we did not have the facilities in the studio here.
Okay.
And by the time we took the recording back to France, there was little, and then we had not enough funds, no time. So
the Afrobeat King doesn't have funds. I can't believe that.
There's no money in music. Don't let anybody fool you. There's no, you don't sell. You see, so you see, they say a good name is better than all the money in the world. It's a fact. So we do have a good name, but when you are talking of like Celebration, for instance, we have been doing it for 13 years now, and it's free. So people wonder, and the sponsor, we don't have a major sponsor that will put like 100 million where we can pay the musicians well. Okay. So many of the artists you find coming there, they just, because they love Fela, they love what we're doing, they're coming for free. When you hear King Sunny Ade, he played free. Masakela was free, we just paid his expenses.
African Express
was free, and Davido, the band, Two-Face, free. They all come because Idris, free. And when Kenny comes with all his group, it's free. They all just come in, or when it's the upcoming artists, you are just paying maybe their transportation or little small snacks, but no major money is going to anybody.
Can I say this out of respect? I don't think it's only for Fela they come. I think that they also come for Femi Kuti.
Most likely.
Femi, I want to tell you that I love you. I'm gonna. I love you.
I'm not going to marry you.
Yeah. Don't let them carry that on Twitter. Femi marry Shadi. No, I think, and maybe it's my turn to say this. I think, and I've said it. I think you're the hardest working man in show business. I think you have so much to give. A few years ago, I used to think that a lot of people here did not appreciate what Femi Kuti had done. I believe that they're beginning to appreciate, and I appeal to more people. I've sat down one time and with Dotun and Makin and Yenny, and the way I was talking is like I said, Femi Brian Benny. Because I was vibrating and I was shaking, and it's like, no, this guy, because sometimes I go and I remember a picture that I saw was Montreal Jazz Festival, and I saw the crowds, about 30,000, 40. I said, Nigerian Wolon She. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I follow your career, and I think I've said it that not because you're here again, that Femi Kuti is a super mega star. And that the quicker we recognize that and we begin to appreciate that, because musically I think you've got too much to offer us. I don't even think you've given us half of what is in store. And that we shouldn't even wait for any of our musicians who are alive to die before they start celebrating that he was a good man now. While he's now here, He's a good man. So we appreciate you. I want you to know that Nigers in Spiro, we appreciate you having you, that they can even sit down here with us and do this. It's a pleasure, it's an honor. And I know that on the 19th of October, we're going to have a great time. We wish you all the best with celebrations. We wish you all the best with all your gigs and all you're doing. And I know that one day I'm going to have time to bring you to the studio and we'll shoot the breeze well. Thank you, Femi. Anything else you want to say before we go? Because we know you have to go there.